Wonder 3 is one of my favorite games of all time, even if it's just for Midnight Wanderers. Like many games, Capcom made multiple versions of Wonder 3, tuning the narrative and difficulty to increase its international allure. But it was also nicked by pirates, leading to counterfeits, two of which are preserved in MAME, a normal bootleg, and this mysterious hack no one dissected until now. With dozens of hours spent in the Kingdom of Ashtar, the game's brightly burned in my mind. I'm able to spot any minute difference. Now, I'm proud to present the differences between three versions of Wonder 3. The Japanese release, International Release 910-520, and the hacked bootleg. There are other versions, but they're identical to the international set I chose. They're excluded for redundance. So without further ado, let's jump right in with glaring difficulty jumps. Don't Pull is virtually identical in every version, but Chariot and Midnight Wanderer's difficulty vary greatly by ROM set. Like Ghouls and Black Tiger, the Japanese game is noticeably harder than its foreign counterparts everywhere. The Japanese Chariot just has slightly faster bullets, but it's more than enough to make a huge difference, especially in the cramped corridors of Stage 6. A half a second more to react can make or break a run. Likewise, Midnight Wanderers is more dynamic, altering several aspects of enemy behavior like speed, aggressiveness, and spawn frequency. It's easiest to see watching two runs side by side. Furthermore, Japanese Midnight Wanderers has Kaizo traps patched out of every other version. The ground is a little slippery when wet. With the exception of the Kaizo traps, overall difficulty seems to be controlled by internal values within the code. You get the equivalent of Japanese normal mode if you set international difficulty to hardest. It might be possible to activate Japanese hardest behavior with some extra hacking. On the other side of the scale, we have the hacked release. It hides its diagnostics on boot up, but after that, it looks identical to a genuine board until you start playing. For some inscrutable reason, this set's permanently set to the lowest difficulty with no way to raise it. I have no idea why it's so easy. Did the pirate find the game too hard for their liking, assuming players would feel cheated? Or is this a side effect of exceptionally shoddy reverse engineering? Nevertheless, the first mid-boss in Chariot deliberately shooting away from you like a stormtrooper should speak for itself. Last and least potently, the localizers changed a few names and titles around, presumably to make them sound cooler to English-speaking audiences, which they did a little too well. Midnight Wanderers is a hell of a lot cooler sounding than Roosters. Plus, the two armored freaks that double team you in Stage 2 are officially named the Terror Twins. They didn't even have names in the original script. Kudos to Capcom USA for going an extra mile, and for translating the game in the first place. That's just about everything. But before I bid you goodbye, I'd like to ask you, the viewer, for help. Help for solving the last mystery Wonder 3's history holds. If you are an owner or knew the people that dumped the hacked board more than 15 years ago, I would sincerely like to know how hodgepodge the wiring is on that board. It would not surprise me in the slightest if they could not get the dip switches to work right. But you never know. And whatever relevant information there was about the hack seems to be lost to time. I doubt many of you would know, but it doesn't hurt to reach out, just in case. And in the meantime, hold out because a full review of Wonder 3 and Bomberman Party Edition are coming soon. I'll see you all later!